well, and let's go to where we are now.
So
what's this?
this is the great cloister of the Convent of Christ, which has 7 cloisters. So it is, as it is a huge convent, more or less each cloister has a different function. This one is the great cloister, so it doesn't have a function of the daily life activities. It was built. The first construction was in the time of João Castinho, so the great architect of the monastery of Jerónimos then came to work to the Convent of Christ. So he did the first cloister, but it was already in a time of change, and Renaissance style was really reaching Portugal, and so they wanted to shift. So they didn't destroy the cloister, we can still see it. For example, there you can see that it recalls the monastery of Jerónimos, but then you have another facade that is just covering it, okay? Because João Castinho was such a respected architect that they didn't have courage to destroy what he had done, but they covered everything, and here we have like the perfect Renaissance style, okay? That is totally inspired by architectural treatises from Sermos. Sermos is the one that is more used here in Terzo Livro, but also Medidas del Romano by Diego Sagredo in Italy. Diogo Torralva was probably using all these books and designed this course, so, which is everything very symmetrical, so it uses the Doric order and then the Ionic order. It is the perfect classical grammar that is used here.
Okay. Well, let's go to the key points of water use.
So I think the key points of water use, of course, sustainability is one of the key words that are always related to water-wise management. But what intelligent use of water also. So the reuse of water is absolutely important. The idea that we should avoid a consumption of water that the planet cannot allow, cannot support it. So, for example, the kind of very expensive golf camps, hotel resorts for tourists, for the tourism industry. So all those kind of things that we are doing now in areas where it doesn't rain. So those are the kind of projects that should be avoided. I recall some colleagues from different parts of the world, very, very dry areas, regions of the world, in which they were very happy that they were following the Harvard model for the landscape architecture course, and they were just saying, well, I hope before getting retired that I can introduce sustainability in this program. So imagine the kind of project that they are doing in that region of the world. So I think those are like the key ideas for water use in the future.
You can tell us what
this is a cistern. So in every cloister of the convent there is a cistern, because wells cannot be built here because there is no water coming from the ground. So they built cisterns, so the huge structures of architecture that are below in each of the cloisters. And so that is also the reason why gardens here have to be inside these benches. You see, because you cannot have the whole area of gardens, because they are capturing water from here, and it has to go into the cistern, or as clean as possible. So this is one of the main reasons why gardens are in selected areas.
So did you see that this fast technology can be used in the buildings at 2050?
I think so, because we were talking here at the Convent of Christ, which has that unique system of treatment of grey water. So it has a building with 3 stores, just to 3 floors, just to treat the water. Then they mix with organic matter, vegetal organic matter, and all that is used as fertilizer for the vegetable garden. So it's an amazing system. But for example, the reused water that is already implemented in Singapore, it's nothing different from this. So from each building, they have the treatment of grey water that goes into this industry, which is called the reused water, that cleans up until the main. So, and then in the end you can drink that water. Okay. So 30% of the water is already used like this, so it is reused water, and we could drink it. Well, it's not the ideal for us because it doesn't have any minerals, but it is perfect for industry, agriculture. So I think yes. So Singapore is okay, a green city of the future already. So you can see how it's going to be in 30 years or something like that.
Okay. And the final question is about storage science that your methods can engage the future, you see?
Yes, of course. History of science is a great way of finding solutions, wise solutions to envision the future. Yes, I think so. History of science and history of technology, because many things that we have totally dismissed, forgot. Then I think now we can, as we have now different goals, we have in fact to go back. For example, in agriculture, it's very, we already have biological agriculture. Why? Because we don't want any more chemicals, so we want the fruit, in fact, cultivated as it was before the 19th century. So I think we have a lot to say for the future. Historians of science and technology.
Okay,
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Anna.
Thank you.